welcome to my YouTube channel. Whether you're watching this on Substack or YouTube, this will be the same video. I think this is just the first time I'm posting it to both Substack and YouTube. So hi YouTube. I'm so happy to be here. Excited to try out a new space. I have been very slowly over the past 2 years transitioning from short form content to long form content. And I mean, I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. If you're watching this video, you probably already prefer long form content and already know all this, but it just feels so much better for my attention, my energy, and also as far as what the content can actually do for me. If I'm watching a million short tiny videos that have good tips and things I'm interested in and facts I want to learn, I'm gonna absorb that a lot less than watching a full video of it. So it just feels good to be participating in making the kind of content that feels good to consume. If you're new here, hi, I'm Tori, or Victoria, my government name of Victoria Strong Designs. I am a brand designer for cuties, weirdos, and dreamers on the brink. I mostly design for artists and mystics and basically anyone who's doing something really cool and wants to build a world around what they're building so that the people who belong in that world recognize it and flock to them. That's what I do. In this space, I want to talk about design, and branding, of course, but I also want to talk about just the general experience of being an entrepreneur, of being self-employed, of being a creative professional, of working online, all that good stuff, because I've been doing it for 9 years now, and I have things to say, and I'm gonna say them. And that's kind of what today's video is about, actually, specifically. We're gonna just get right into it. Today I want to talk about the concept of making your own business gift registry. As you might guess, it's a lot like any other gift registry that you might do for a wedding or a baby shower, but it's for things that you need to run your business. And I have seen other people do this before. I did it myself about a year ago, and I just think it needs to be way more common. Way more common. I'm not saying it enough because it's very normal and expected that you will show up with a wish list when you get married and you'll show up with a wish list when you have a baby. But not everybody is structuring their lives around those specific things, and maybe there's something else that you're working on, like a really cool business or art hustle, that you want support and love from your community on. And I think that should be celebrated. I think it should be celebrated just as much as the family building stuff. Everybody's different and we all have different priorities and different stuff going on. And I know that I feel as big about my business as some people feel about other milestones in their lives. And there are so many people in your life who want to support you, who you probably don't even realize are cheering you on. And building a business registry is going to give them the opportunity for them to support you and for you to receive support, and it's going to feel good on both ends, okay? Now, if you're feeling a little weird about asking for gifts, asking for support, for one, you're gonna have to get over it. You're gonna have to get over it if you are somebody who's selling something. So this could be a very good exercise in asking for the support, asking for the sale, or in this case, asking for the gift. But I also just want you to think about why you feel that way. What does in your mind make what you're doing feel inferior to things that people can receive support for? And there may be people in your life who think it is weird that you're going to ask. And then there's going to be other people who are really thrilled for the ask. And so you just got to do it for that second group and for yourself. Like I said, there are people in your life who are kind of waiting for the opportunity to support you. They're probably following you on socials if they're on socials, or they're just kind of generally aware that you are a cool person in their life who's doing something cool and they admire you for that, but they might not necessarily be one of your target clients. I used to have an e-commerce shop. and I sold lunar ritual goods. So not everybody who like loves and supports me is gonna be my client, my ideal client, but that doesn't mean they don't want to give to me. So that while they may not like place an order to show that support, it may be good to give them an opportunity to give to you in a way that's aligned for them. Okay, who do we share the gift registry with? I shared mine widely. I circulated it. I was like, hey everybody, it's almost my birthday, and if you want to support me, boy, do I have good news for you. I circulated it widely on like social media, on the internet, and to my family, and I asked my mom to help me send it to extended family who might want to support me. And I only got maybe 3 things off my registry, and they all came from family. And I'm so grateful. And that was so great, because the kinds of things that I put on my registry were things that I really wanted and knew would make a big difference for me, and were things that I was probably not going to get to for a long time because I had other priorities that I have to buy, or or they were just like kind of expensive and out of reach, and it was gonna take me time to make it. So even having 3 things off that list was like so amazing. I didn't have any like strangers from the internet buying anything for me, but I know lots of people who have made business registries have had just like someone completely random find their post and send them something from their registry, or like a top customer who just like loves you and wants to invest in you and support you more, or followers of yours, just people who like maybe wouldn't support your business in the conventional buying from you, hiring you way, but are just thrilled. That like, I want you to see it as like you're giving somebody the opportunity to give to you, because if you've ever like given a really good gift to someone, you know that shit feels good. So if there's people in your life whose love language is giving gifts, you don't know that, you don't know they're cheering you on, this is just kind of like opening a door to let more love in. And as an entrepreneur, things can get lonely. You might feel like you might actually be working alone. You might feel like you're alone. And something that I've just really woken up to in the past year is like how much love was surrounding me that I was not aware of. And this is one of the things that helped me do that. Okay, now the fun part. What are we putting on the registry? I'm going to show you mine. So mine is from 1 year ago. So I might make it a little differently, actually. Maybe I'll like update it as part of this. But I used a website called Giftster. And I'll do like a little tutorial on how to use it because it's pretty simple. I chose Giftster over like other registries because like Amazon is probably the most convenient, but I'm not ideologically aligned with Amazon, and I'm trying to reduce how much I use it. Giftster, you can put links from like all over the internet. It's just more flexible in that way, okay? Then the other thing I want you to keep in mind when you're building your registry is that you want a range of things, because some people are only going to be able to send you $10 and some people are going to be like, make it rain, okay? So keep a range so that people can feel helpful. First thing, and you'll notice about this list is it has like these little stars, so you can rate your items based on priority. I prioritize these things because they're things that like I was gonna buy or I was gonna need anyway. So having them taken care of would like make a definite difference, right? So DoorDash gift cards, that's always gonna be on my registry. I love a DoorDash gift card because the way I work tends to be in like sprints of deep focus. So I'm gonna spend like a whole day or a whole 2 days like in deep work mode cranking something out and not having to worry about food. Having like a nutritious meal dropped at my door is going to facilitate that work so much more, even more than the hour or 2 that I save in cooking and eating, because it doesn't interrupt my flow. Love a DoorDash gift card. Another similar one, a gift card to my favorite tea house. So if there's somewhere you like to bring your laptop to work and you want to continue to patronize, a little gift card to that spot, obviously gonna be a great gift, gonna make a difference. Laptop charger. This is one of the ones I did get from this registry, so I should probably remove it. I'll show you how to do that. But my laptop last year, I just upgraded, so this laptop's good. The one I had last year was like almost 10 years old, and the charger showed it. You know how they like get like crusty and the wires start being exposed? I don't think it's safe. and it was worrying me, and I was like, one day it's just gonna snap. So I put laptop charger on here as one of the 5-star rated ones, because again, I was gonna have to replace it soon anyway, so it made a big difference that someone took care of this for me. And who took care of it was my uncle. My uncle is also an entrepreneur. It kind of runs in the family. So I think he like admires and appreciates what I'm doing. But as a man in his late 30s, straight man, he's not ever been one of my target clients. So he's never had the opportunity to like buy directly from me. And this, gave him an opportunity to show like love and appreciation for what I'm doing. And I felt it, and it's very tangible, you know? Okay, trademark application, or like rather money for a trademark application. Obviously, I'd have to do the filing myself. Okay, and then we get into the 4-star things. So these are things that are like, these would help a ton. I probably won't be buying these soon myself, because, you know, budget's tight, but like this would make a difference. So books about things that I'm studying, mentorships with a designer I admire. Once again, this one, like, that's a high ticket, right? The $1,000 one. So I put things on here that I didn't necessarily believe anybody was going to just gift to me, but you have to, like, have the door open for some magic to come. I've seen people post their business registries and have some, like, rich stranger just take care of something like that for them. And if you don't put it on there, then that possibility isn't there. Okay. So business coaching sessions. 1 month of Adobe Access is another one that was purchased for me. My grandma purchased this one for me. Basically just in lieu of a birthday gift, and it meant a lot to me that that the gift came through something that I love, and that's like helping me in my life. A month of CRM, which for me is HoneyBook, a month of a website plan, for me is Squarespace, a tuition for a course about ethical tarot reading, because I also, aside from being a designer, am also a professional tarot reader. And none of those things were bought, and that's okay. And now the other benefit of this is that I now have like a shopping list, so that if I were to have a windfall, I have a list of things that I might want to consider as investments for that. Okay, now we're moving into 3-star gifts. These are things that are just like, would be fun. I can do without them, and I'm doing fine without them, but like, if you want to spoil me, sprinkle a little magic, I'm not opposed. A candle for my desk from Shy Wolf. Shy Wolf's my favorite candle company, owned by one of my friends, and I love to just always have a Shy Wolf candle. An iMac. Once again, I just upgraded my laptop, so I might take that one off and put something that would be more helpful than an additional computer, but we're reaching for the stars. Pantone formula guide, and a power pod, because I travel a lot and I have ADHD, and I'm always getting myself in a situation with like 10% battery. So power pod would be nice. And then one thing that I must have taken off here when it was purchased for me are my headphones. Maybe I should show you. I love them. These are my Bose Quiet Comfort headphones. They're like basically a part of my personality. I love them so much. I wear them all the time. So cute. They make like every workday better, and I probably never would have prioritized buying them over more like direct revenue drivers, like boosting a post, or investing in whatever little thing is gonna have a more clear and quick payout. So these were purchased for me by my parents. Overall, I got three nice things from my list. It didn't like change my business, it didn't change my life, but it kind of did, because it opened my eyes to the fact that there were a few people in my life who really care about what I'm doing and really want to make sure I'm doing well. And it may not seem like a lot, but that's a lot to me. So obviously I'm very lucky because my family was willing to participate in my registry with me. If you're thinking to yourself, like, my family wouldn't do that, my family doesn't have the funds, nobody cares about what I'm doing, I want to challenge you to try. Even if nothing is bought, okay, let's like worst case scenario this. You post it, nobody buys you anything, and someone makes fun of you. Even if you did all that, you took the time to think about like what would make a difference in your work and give yourself the opportunity to believe that you are deserving of those things. And from like a kind of manifestation standpoint, I believe that some of those things will in fact come into your life since you've named them. And you know, you will find a way to get them, or they will find their way to you, and you have nothing to lose by making it, and you stand to gain a bit depending on how you make your list. Before I made my list, I had this concept that what I was doing with my life was like not generally approved of by people in my family, that like maybe they would wish I would get a traditional job and have a traditional family and like do, you know, use my creative energy in other ways. And maybe there are people like that in my life, and I am blissfully unaware of them because I can now choose to center the people who are supportive of me because they've made themselves known. Okay, so here's how Gifster works. You're going to like sign up and create an account, and then you'll have this area that says My Lists, and you can make a new list. Then you'll name your list, so we'll call it Business Gift Registry. And a note. Thank you so much for supporting my business. And we'll make it pink, obviously. I think you can also, yeah, you can pick something cute. So I think I did the night sky on mine because that's on brand. I'll do this like pink marble. Okay, from a branding standpoint, like, why are we using this font? It's fine. It's not the point. Okay, and then you can decide how you want to structure this. It can be private if you want to use it more like a to-buy list, I guess, shopping list. You can do groups, so only specific people are invited, or you can make it public. I recommend making it public so that you can share it more widely. And if you do it by public, then it's shareable by a link, whereas with groups, I think emails get involved. And here's the thing, you want to make it, just like if you were selling something, you want to make it easy for people to support you. So you can list on Gifster, or you can do only those I share list link with. So if you value your privacy a lot, then maybe you want to go with the link. I don't think it makes much of a difference. I don't know if people are searching Gifster to gift people things, but maybe they are. So we'll just leave it. We'll leave it there. Once again, just to open the door to that possibility. Why the hell not? Okay. And then it's gonna walk you through adding an item, and it's gonna have all the details. So let's think. What would be, you know what I would have loved when I was running an e-commerce business is the Shopify order counter. It's like one of those things. It's like, do we need it? No. Is it awesome? Yeah, it's awesome. So it's like one of these that goes on your wall, and it just tells you how many orders you've got. I love it. That's so cute. Okay, so we'll copy the link and we'll put it here. And then if you press fetch, it'll try to bring up the picture and the prices for you. And it did. so you don't have to fill it out all manually, which is nice. I'm gonna call this like a 2-star. If you want it, you can rank it however you want, but I would put this in like a frivolous and fun category, basically. And then you just save it. Okay, cool. And then you can add as many items as you like. Oh, and then you can put your mailing address here. You probably just want to double check the settings so that I think like if you put this in here and you make your link public, then you are making the mailing address public. So you either want to get a PO box or not make that link public, or, you know, consider that you're doxing yourself. The other option you have to avoid doxing yourself is just to make a note that says request my address. That says request my address when you want to buy me something, so that you know who you're giving your address to. Please don't dox yourself. Okay. And then I'll show you on my list, since I have that one I need to delete. This one was gifted to me. So you just press I got this, and it archives it. And I think there you can like access a list of things that you've received if you need that for some reason. Let's pretend that this is the only thing you want, or we can pretend that the list is full. You're gonna hit share, and then you can copy the link, make a QR code, or email it. If you're sharing it online, I mean, in most cases when you're sharing it, the link is gonna be easiest. If you have like a grandparent who's only gonna use email, I would still say email them the link, because I don't know what kind of email they send. And then QR code, could get creative with it. You know what, this would be awesome, is if you took your QR code to a wealthy part of town and you said, hey, help out a local entrepreneur. Once again, we're opening the door to miracles. I love that. I did not know you could share a QR code. So that's basically it. That's how you make your business gift registry and how you share it. If you want to take it to the next level, and I think this would be really hot, and I would love to hear from somebody who's done this, is if you threw a business shower, the way people throw baby showers and bridal showers. I think those are typically thrown by like a best friend. So if you have a best friend who's doing a hustle, this would be ultimate best friend behavior, to throw a little party for her and share her gift registry with the guests. She'll love you forever. But I also don't think it's like overstepping. I think it would be hot for you to throw your own business shower as well. And you know, make it kind of like a gift and a celebration for your friends. If you're making a product, maybe you can make little samples to give away at your party, and just kind of a way to tell your friends that you're taking this seriously and that you would like their support in whatever way they feel inclined to offer it. If while you were watching this, a couple things came to your mind of like, oh, I would definitely put this on my business registry, please leave it in the comments, because I'm about to update mine and I want to know what your ideas are. Okay, that was so much fun. Bye.